Attention, attention, attention. This is the TownNet B of the day. I am your net controller, Tina number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, Echo, Echo. If you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your call sign phonetically. Reminder to all that the net is being recorded for trading purposes. You may begin.
Kenya, number 4, Lima, Echo, India.
Keep it coming, keep it coming. Check in, check in, check in.
Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India.
Check in, check in, check in, check in. Anyone else? I thought Wing is with Lei. Where is she? Okay, this is the official call out. It is now the TownNet B of the day. If you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your call sign. Call sign.
Kenya number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else would like to check in?
Ticket number 2, Delta November Golf.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? One more call.
Yeah, number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Okay, I got Sung. Anyone else? One more call. Okay, we will begin. Okay, we got five. Not bad. Um, okay, so today we're going to continue talking about the div. Before I start teaching about the new stuff, let's talk about basic divination stuff first. We went through the Yiking yesterday with the Yum Yang and the sixth line and all that. So I wonder if anyone pay attention to the JLG room today, how I was using it. Sometimes you don't have to interpret all six lines or all three lines. Sometimes it's like you get three or six line and the god might only need to tell you the message that is related to one element or two. For example, the guy would say, his physical side is like not doing well. So the last line would be like black, broken, right? So what about the other two? I don't care. The guy is like, I'm not talking about that part. So that is not important because I don't need that. So as you can see, the divination result is not like a robotic result that you always have to look at all three lines. sometimes the God only mean one thing out of the whole situation, and it really depends on how you and the God talk. Now, of course, just the yum and yang is kind of like so little information, right? So sometimes you might want to know, okay, for example, like Gay was asking, oh, what should I do? Okay, I can see that I should be doing CADing, but how should I go about the CADing? There's so many ways to do CADing. How should I do it? Now, this is what we're talking about today. Some more details, right? But yeah, before I begin all that, let's see what you have in your mind about the divination topic. Have you, like yesterday after the lesson and all that, have you thought about it? Have you tried diving? Have you looked at the examples and learned something? What's in your mind? Let's go. Tina number 4, Lima Echo India.
Tin number 4, Limo Echo India. Yes, Ajad. Yeah, I'm starting to get it now. Like it's kind of like a comparison to the Amazon packages. Uh, I'm having a better sense on it. I guess I need to like start like using it to make like to check up on like has the troop arrived yet. That I only did that on theory, but I haven't done it on the actual magic itself yet. And today I also saw a video, saw John doing like setting out like the Sifu over and then shooting into the div tool. So I'm about like I think I'm gonna like practice that soon. Uh it doesn't look too hard, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a try like sometime tonight or tomorrow, or so I can try it on this I think Sundays when the tool, the div stuff, the Chinese div thing is coming. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Uh, Kenya number 4, Lima Echo India.
Oh yeah, the new tool. By then you should know how to use it. um, yeah, the practical usage. Well, you have just done the full, right? So okay, so you did the full, you checked the full, then you should do a div, right? See how's the full doing? Is the full ready to be used yet? Right? You can use the div cup. So not just always the 6 phases. 6 phases it talks about like you send something out. Is it delivered yet? They're kind of like checking on that kind of stuff. But with like Chick-fil, you might want to ask every step. Like okay, I Chick-fil, right? So you have the Chick-fil incense stabbed into the pot. Then first you will div to see if the Chick-fil instant, like if that order is received, right? So you do a div cup, and then after that you put the god into the full, and then you div again. Then you see if the god went in, and then you circle over the left side and uh, connect the full into the project, and then you div again to see if it connected, right? And then you do the check spell on the other side, and you div again to see if it's okay, and then you do the hoi gong and you div again, right? Almost like every step you div, so that you can ensure that everything you're doing is like, okay, this step is good, then I move on to the next. So that way you are very sure to the end that everything is really done, and not like, yeah, it's done maybe, but something's missing, right? Then hey, how do you backtrack? So everything need an answer before you move on. That is a very important mindset for doing ceremony, so that you know exactly if something went wrong or something went missing or something not right. You know exactly what part or what is the problem. Okay, let's move on. Number 2, Golf Echo India.
Pinat number 2, Golf Echo India. Yeah, I feel like I'm following pretty well so far. I'm trying to get a grasp of the practical applications and like starting to get into a habit of like, actually using it. Um, yeah, I did my little reading this morning, just to try and like kind of get my forecast for the day. And sure enough, my coding went really well. My physical chores have been fine, but I sat down to try and do some email work. I got things sorted, and then I tried to like actually, start doing some mental labor around it, and I just heck, I got nothing. Um, so, it's kind of nice that I already had a heads up that was probably going to be the case. I don't need to be too hard on myself about it. And I've hopefully going to have better mental resources tomorrow that I can devote to that. Um, but yeah, I'm interested in learning more about how to use these things in a way that really benefits not just the active magic, but the day-to-day life stuff. Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India.
Okay, you mentioned that the div results say that you're going to be good with the D8, but the D6 is lacking. So think about it. Your D8 is actually like you have power, right? So if you're doing email, why don't you grab something like a cold drink, right? And then cool down the environment as well. So that kind of shrinks the D8 chi back into D6. And now you have mental power, just like we say, wear the tight pants, and then you have mental clarity, right? So what you are doing is, okay, let me do a forecast, and then I'll act based on that. But what I am going to do usually is like, hey, what I want to do and what I need to do, right? So I need to do email work. I need my D6 power. But the div shows me that I don't have that resources. The D8 seems pretty good, so I push the D8 over to the D6, right? So you have knowledge that allows you to do that. Like drinking something cold or eating something cold, right? It pushes things back in. Or I can push things from the D1 to the D6 as well, by using like the five element, right? If you want to pull things downward from like the D1, and you want to pull it down, right? We can use the sitting method. So I close my eyes, I sit down, and I kind of just wait and focus into the heart, and I am bringing the power down to the D6, and that will also help. So there's a lot of things to do that can boost the D6 up, depending if you have the money in the D1 or the money in the D8, so you can push things back in or pull things back down. So working with the elements is important instead of just like accepting what it is like now. Okay, let's see how Wing is doing. Tina number 3, Whiskey November Golf, and how are you doing right now?
Yacht number 3, Whiskey November Golf. I just I passed out. Um, so yeah, Lay just woke me up. So I'm kind of lost. Back to you. Yacht number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
Did you drink the full water yet? Back to you.
Um, I did, and then I passed out.
Okay, that's fine. You drink the full water. It's okay. You can take a nap, and let the full work itself in. It's good. The full is working good. You will have a very shitty time later. I mean, like actual shitty. So it's good. No worry. Moving on. Tina number 2, Delta November Golf.
Yeah, Tinyet number 2, Delta November Golf. Yeah, Jajan. About the div, I think it's I kind of a loss because yesterday I don't go to the net. Just you have to reviewing again. Yeah, but most of the time whatever I did, most of about the altar and all the work and always talking to the God and all the things. Use a simple div, but since you guys you taught us about the dominoes on that on the PayGo, I started ordering it yesterday. I still don't know how to using it yet. And probably later on, I just gonna review it against what the yesterday net and all the video, the one you had on the GLG room. So yeah, but today, what the feeling that I met with the dead friends. Yeah, I'm glad I'm asking you. So I just uh went back again to saw the cutting magic, the video, the one you sent last time. So yeah, just following along, and then I did cut off magic uh uh for him. Yeah, yeah. Back to your net control. In yet number 2, Delta November Golf.
Yeah, you missed the important lesson yesterday on not the domino, not the pico. We were doing the yiking, so you missed that one. It's fine. You'll catch up later. Eventually, we'll repeat and repeat. So no worry. We'll get to that. I saw you were like saying you want to buy a tree and put it in front of your store today. So did you div about that before you buy a tree? Why do you want to buy a tree? Think about that. That would be something that is like something that we can, div about and have a reason of buying a tree. But anyway, let's move on to your number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Vignette number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. I haven't really been on top of my game last day. I've been lying in bed with a fever. Not really having many mental resources to be able to do anything. Luckily, it's super cold at the moment, so that helps to cool down my body. But yeah, I haven't been able to really think about much. Sorry. Uh, TNet number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Okay, no problem. You will always be able to catch up again when you're well. Okay, let me do a call out to see if anyone else is around and would like to check in. Okay, we'll continue. Now we're getting into the meat of today's lesson. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, well, you'll learn again later. Don't worry. So today we're talking about the 5 element and the luck flow. Okay, so like I said with Gay's example, right? She is like asking, "What should I do today?" and so on. So she got the answer that it's good to do something physical. Yeah, cool, physical, but how? There's so many ways. Like, okay, you do caddying, you do exercise. What kind? Like, what? How do I know? According to the luck flow, right? How do I know how to choose my options? So you have to look at it this way. Luck is like wind, right? It's like the chi flowing, like you blow, right? Like the wind blowing. Okay, you are doing something, so you are putting your blood through this channel and there's like wind in the channel, right? Like on the road. So you're actually traveling the blood over to what you're doing. If you look at the way of the wind, how is it moving, you will know what is best to do, because like how to approach the situation. Okay, so you can kind of get it this way. Um, the five element is not really related to element; it's related to the five ways of how chi is moving. Okay, so remember the order. We always count like this: gold, water, wood, fire, and earth. Okay, so we put this into the palm so that we can understand it and remember it. Okay, so if you take your left hand and just stick out the three fingers in the middle. Okay, so we have now 9 blocks. We don't count the pinky and the thumb. We have 9 blocks. Now, if you look at the 9 blocks, okay, the middle finger lower block, that is the direction north. Okay, so the other way, the top is the south, and then the index finger middle, right, middle block is east, and the fourth finger middle is west. Now you have the direction. You can also have the season and also the five element. So the north, you have the water element, which is like winter, and then you have the yeast on the index finger, which is the wood. You have the um, summer on the top, which is fire, and then you have the what we call long summer in the middle, and that is the earth. And then we have the west, which is the autumn, and that is the gold. Okay, so if we count gold, water, wood, fire, earth, right? So you count from west, and then you have north, east, and then south, and then middle, and then go back to the west. Okay, so you have gold, water, wood, fire, earth, like that in order. Okay, so this is a shortcut in your palm. The five element, the five ways of how energy move or how the chi move, not energy, chi. Gold, like a metal, piece of metal, it doesn't move. Okay, no movement. And then you have water, it moves downward and it's slowly coming down. And then you have wood that goes up. Wood is like the tree, it goes up. Okay, go upward. And then fire goes outward and earth goes inward. Okay, now you have these elements or phases or ways of how the chi move. Okay, let's say I want to know what kind of catting I should do. How should I go about the catting, right? Okay, so let's say I do a div and I got 3 numbers out of it. Okay, so just random number 365. Okay, 365. Now we count from the one, which is gold. Okay, so one gold, two water, three is wood, and then we count from three, and here we go 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to wood, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if you count like based on gold, water, wood, fire, earth, like that, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are down to water. Okay, water is going downward at the same time. It's a slow property. So today for catting, I will be like slow down my catting. Like that would be the vibe. So all the stuff is going slow, doing the form slowly, right? very settled like that. That would be how I go about catting. Instead of like, let's say a fire element, that will be like sweaty, going fast and sweaty because it's like exerting outward, right? So now you have the idea of the luck flow or the chi flow. You will be able to choose based on the situation what is suitable for you. Okay, let's move around. Tier number 4, Lima Echo India. Hey,
Kenya number 4, Limo Echo, India. Yes, the five element. I have to like look over that again, cause I'm not sure how to give that 100%. Cause yeah, and yeah, I have to listen to that again to but I kind of get the vibe, like for if you want to like do something like catting, like you can like for this scenario, it's good to like to apply like either like fire or water, like go slow or fast. Um, I'm also wondering like what other scenarios would you need the five element where you really need for that. Tenet number 4, Lima Echo India.
everything would need the five element. It's like it's telling you the chi property. Is it like windy? Is it exhausted? Is it not move? Whatever, right? Like you know about the property of the chi, then you know how to go about it, right? So if you ask, for example, like oh on Wing's birthday, right? We decided to do something more physical or more mental, or whatever, right? What are you going to do? Like exactly how are you going to choose? So if you know the chi flow is, for example, um, so the god is trying to tell you do something more goldish. Gold is like not moving, right? So you want to do something that is like not moving around, or it could be like do something that is local instead of going outside, like that. So you can utilize this information and make your choices like that. Okay, so basically anything, I will say anything can be used, can be with the five element and get more information like that. um let's say you're trying to write a blog post and you want to know like okay how should I go about the blog post, right? I'm writing a blog post, so you gotta the god tells you okay wood. Okay, wood is like picking up, right? Like motivational, so I'll write something very motivational. So instead of writing something like very educational, right, like boring, I'll write something that is like very hype. So you're kind of like you look at the chi flow and you go by the chi flow to make use of it, because the chi is flowing like that. You do the same thing, then you're going with the chi, and you're not going to fight the chi, right? So it's kind of like you're going with the wind instead of against the wind. There you go. Okay, I have drawn the palm and posted into the JLG room. So you guys can look at the JLG room for the reference if you want to. And we'll move on to Yet number 2, Golf Echo India.
Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India. Love the hand map. It's a very handy reference. No pun intended. Yeah, and getting more into the five elements and the way that they can be used um, to get more detail uh, about a situation or a mode of operation. Super useful. Um, and yeah, I was really intrigued by um, what you said about being able to um, not just accept uh, the reading of a divination like the one I did today, but being able to use it um, to adjust accordingly. And I would love to learn more about the ways that the five elements can be used um, to create those changes in ourselves to um, well, yeah, to like um, pull power from the D8 back into the D6 as needed, or vice versa, or yeah, moving money around the bank accounts, as you put it. I'd really love to know some more about that and the ways that, because you were saying that, uh, like eating or drinking something cold, uh, can pull that can pull that power back from D8 into D6. Why is that? How does that work? Tinyat number 2, Golf Echo India.
Oh, I thought you know. um, okay, when you eat something hot, right? Heat will make you sweat. It push things outward, right? Like fire is hot, it pushes things outward. So basically, when you consume something hot, the chi manifests. So it goes from D6 to D8, right? Comes out. Um, when you are doing the opposite, something cold, it goes back in. So it shrinks. It's kind of like you see when it's cold weather, you tense up, right? Your body just tense up. But when it's hot, your body kind of like releases. So it's like just very naturally like that. When you take a shower, for example, you take a cold shower, the chi goes back into the D6 and you have mental clarity. Just like last time before the JOG, I tell you to take a cold shower because that helps to put the chi back into your D6. When you have chi inside, then you don't feel very tired because it goes back inside, like fill you up. So your mental state is energized, right? Then you're not going to feel like you want to sleep or you're kind of cloudy, right? So that is why. Um, Okay, let me give an example of the five element. Now, how to get the five element again? Have like you can do many things to get the answer. Okay, but the theory of like what it means, how to utilize it, that's the key. Okay, we can change the method around how we want to get that five element. It could be like I have a wheel that I spin and it has like five blocks, or I can be like throw a dice, so 1 to 5 is like gold and whatever, and then if I reach 6 I will be maybe getting back to gold, right? Like you can do that. There's many ways. But now let's do an example. Uh, let's say I have a client, right? And I want to see how to reply this email. Uh, like the client come to consult, and okay, so I want to know the chi of this client. Like when how should I go about replying this person? So I send a god into the client, a small god, like I did with the hospital one. And then I bring the god back and I use a div method and div. So I got, let's say, the wood element. Okay. So this client right now is basically a wood. So a wood means that he or she, the energy, the soul is like building up internally. So they might be motivated, they might be hype. Okay, so what should I do, right? If I want to make them like the wood to give me money, right? So wood give birth to fire. So I need to be the fire so it will want to give birth to me. So how do I be fired? Well, when I reply, I'm like call to action mode, right? Make that person want to burn themselves. So I just tell them right away, you need to get ordained. And they are like already like pretty much ready to release the money, right? Compared to like if they're in water mode if they are water, so that means that guy is like very slow, right? So how do I deal with a water person? They're slow. Well, first of all, I don't want to rush, right? I don't want to rush because this guy is not going to rush with me. But water like water give birth to wood. So I would just say something that kind of motivate him, and he will like really like me because his chi give birth to wood, and I become the wood. This guy is going to benefit me, right? So it's like increasing his intention of wanting to give me something. So you see, by understanding the chi of the other side, you can choose how to approach that is more beneficial. Or you can even like kill their chi as well. Like in a lawsuit, let's say we know how the chi of 8K is like today. Oh, his chi is like gold. Okay. Okay. So he's like very non moving, very still, very centered, right? He's like so himself. So how do I kill the gold? Fire, right? So you can be like scolding him, saying shit to him, like exerting, right? And attack him, and that will like break him free from his position, and it kills the goat. So he's not gonna like have his chi the way he wanted. That way you weaken him, and he cannot stay still anymore. So yeah, the five element is so useful. Let's see if Wing is still up. Tina number 3, Whiskey November Golf.
I think she's asleep, Sagan.
No problem. Moving on. Tina number 2, Delta November Golf. Tina number 2, Delta November Golf.
Then yet number two, Delta November Golf. Yeah, Jajuan. It's kind of like confusing to me right now. I still really need to catch up, and I don't know. It just I still not uh don't understand yet. So yeah, I just might gonna be following along and listen more. Uh, yeah. So back to you, net controller. Team yet number 2, Delta November Golf.
No problem. It's okay. We will repeat and repeat anyway. Okay. Tina number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Yeah, number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Yeah, I was following about the elements on the 9 parts of the finger. But after that, I think there are some things that you were talking about that maybe you posted online. Um, and yeah, sorry, I'm not really following it totally right now. I'll get onto it, ASAP. Number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Not a problem. It is not a simple topic. Five element can get very complicated because of how the element can interact with each others. But at first, you need to know at least like what each element is about, like the flow of the chi, right? So when you know the flow of the chi, at least like the simple thing is like, oh, I know what to choose based on like what the god is using that as a metaphor for. Um, let's say, for example, tonight I want to eat something, right? And I asked the God, what is good for tonight dinner? So the God tell me the chi is, let's say wood, right? So wood chi in flavor, it it's related to the sour stuff. So something soury, right? And it also like means the chi is going upward. So I'll do something that is more aligned with it, right? So it can be like the color that relates. It can be the shape that relates. For example, something long or something green, right? Or something related to the wood, like vegetables, right? So you can kind of get it this way, like the chi flow, whatever other element or factor that is aligned with the chi flow. It could be the color, the shape, the name or whatever, right? And it just falls in place. So those are the things you look at, and then you ask the God, okay, I chose these based on what you say. It said good, and then you ask again. There you go. Anyone want to check in? Check in. Check in. Okay, back to the top. Tier number 4, Lima Echo India.
Yet number 4, Limo Echo India. Yes, I saw like the picture online, like where the blocks for the all the elements are. Um, I feel like the yin yang div and the 6 phase div is the yin yang div is more simple, and then a little bit complex is the 6 phase. But this one is like yeah, I feel like you can actually misinterpret things if you don't know. It feels a little bit more complex because it can get deep in your if you don't like know what you're like you be thinking maybe it's this, but with that element like you need to do this or this is what's going on, but what if it's like something else and you misinterpret the elements. So I'm thinking. So after that, you should like diff is like asking God like, is that what you're saying? To confirm, should we do that? Because I feel like the 5 element, the subject can be pretty deep and easily misinterpret if you don't like can't really read thing. Um, and yet number 4, Lima Echo India.
No, no, no. What you're missing is again the thing I said all the time. When you look at the result of the div, you do not think to interpret. You look at it and you try to like diagnose it, like you try to break it down and okay, based on my knowledge, this can mean that, can mean that. So maybe it's this one, No, you don't do that. Okay. You look at the result and you ask, okay, so what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? And then you wait for the God to give you that idea. When the ideas came, you kind of keep it until you have no more ideas. Then you pick one and ask the God, okay, do you mean this? Do you mean this? Do you mean this? Is this good? And eventually you come to one that the God say, yes, this is the one, right? So you have to learn that it's not about what you interpret by using your knowledge. It's like the knowledge is learned on the normal days, like now. But when you do a div, you don't think. You let the God do whatever it has to do, and then you ask the God, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? And you don't even think. You just wait until the God gives you the answer. And then you pick from there. Right? So on the normal days, you learn and try to like think about the details, what this can mean, what that can mean. And then when you're actually diving, you just go ahead and div. Okay? It's like on the normal days, you have to use more thinking and try to understand the details and break it down and analyze and all that, right? The brain frying job. And then when you're actually diving, you don't do any of that. You let the God do a thing and you will have the right answer. Because the div is right when it is the actual word from the God, not the actual word from you. But what do you know will affect the God's performance? Okay, so make sure you don't kind of missed that point. Very important. Team number 2, Golf Echo India.
There we go. Team out number 2, Gulf Echo India. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot to this. And yet there's still less to it than memorizing Pokemon types. So I feel like, yeah, there's a bit of an advantage there. Because there's only 5 elements and not however many there are Pokemon types now. But the concept remains the same. They have boosting and opposing factors. And once you have an idea of what those are, you get a better idea of how to sort of play them off of each other as necessary. Um, I'm going to be really interested in uh, learning more about um, like the different associations for each of the elements, um, the the different flavors um, that that are associated like that. That's going to take me some time to really get a grasp on. Colors, sure. The temperatures that you were talking about before, I completely misunderstood. I thought that that was, related to the 5 elements, and maybe it still is, but it seems like that is more generally connected to the idea that, well, heat expands and cold contracts. And in that note, I wonder, like, if you are, um, you know, um, drinking something cold to bring the power back from D8 into D6. Are you also naturally contracting power, whatever might be there, from D6 into D1 as well? Is there a way to control that, or is it about intention? Tinyat number 2, Gulf Echo India.
No, you cannot do that to put things back in D1. The only way is because time flows forward and not backward. So you can, like, something started already is in the post heaven. In the post heaven, the yin and yang, the two sides, 6 and 8, you can flip like an hourglass. It can go inside, outside, but you cannot push it back into the D1. It's kind of like the kid is born. You cannot put it back into the mother's body and say, "Hey, go back inside." It doesn't work that way. So the only way is you kill the kid in D8, so it actually dies, then it can go back to D1. So if you want to put things back into D1, you need to spend in D8, like actually physically manifest. So the god goes out, it finished, and then it comes back to the D1 as like the god died, and it becomes the blood again. So there you go. If you want to replenish D1, you need something in D8 to die. Okay, when it's finished, then it will go back to D1. So like Wing was bleeding and all that. So uh, the D1 is actually like actually bleeding, lacking blood. So I said, okay, go throw more things out, and just throw things out. Those old items contain your god, right? You throw it out, the god dies, it comes back to you. You have blood again and replenish. So that's how it is. Now, for the 5 element, there are like many ways that they can interact, not just like you like have a element that helps or element that go against. No, actually, there's like 5 different interaction. So you can actually weaken it. You can like go boost it. You can give more birth to it, and so on. There's so many different other things you can do, but don't want to like fry you guys up today. So yeah. Um, well, trying to make it easier, but it seems like it's still not that easy. um, but yeah, you see, the luck flow is like saying like how's the traffic out there, right? Then you can decide how you want to go about the trip. So let's say if we compare to the traffic is gold element, okay, it's not moving, so everything is stuck, right? Water element, oh, very slow. Okay, so cars are moving but very slow. Maybe wood element. Okay, wood element is quite nice. It's building up, so it's like slowly progressing, developing. It's pretty good. Um, fire element. Wow, fast, outgoing. So the road must be like really clear. And then earth element is like inward, so like maybe congested, kind of stuck. So or maybe you have blockages like some car accident, something like that, right? So if you know this, and before you go out, you kind of want to know the luck flow, the chi for yourself. If like for the safety, right? If today the chi flow is like earth element, okay, then you will be most likely have to pay attention to earth element related things when you go out. For example, if we relate to traffic, it would be like, hey, you might have something that comes at you like a car accident. So you got to be careful about that. And of course, it's not how you think. It's more like you ask the God, so the God will tell you, what you have to pay attention to. Earth element can be like something coming at you, like you might bang into an ex-relative, right? So yeah. Uh, when you're sleeping, so Tia number two, Delta November Golf. Hey, Tia number two, Delta November Golf.
Team Jet number 2, Delta November Golf. Yeah, Chajon. So, for example, if I want to do something like starting the day like that, so I just can asking God, like do it deep, like D1, D6, D8, you know, and then I do deep, and then it's coming like six number, and then like trying to asking about like what should I do first in the morning to do exercise or uh, to do like meditation or do something else. Or basically, it's like if I want to go to the market today, or is gonna be like a good day, or uh, it's in the traffic, or basically it's I can use for all of that. So uh, is that what I should do? Like keep doing like a diff like that. So in order for me to like for us to like bond and then knowing like how uh that work. Back to you, net control. Team get number 2, Delta November Golf.
Okay, I realize a lot of you have the thing. Uh, when you ask the div, should I do this? What should I do? You always go like that. It's a wrong mindset. You should say, um, like when you go ask the God, right? You're asking to check up on the luck flow or the chi flow, the luck delivery, right? It's kind of like I want to check the weather so I can decide what to do. It's you decide what to do, okay? Not the God decide. You decide what to do. So you want the God to help you to check the chi flow, the luck flow, right? So if I am starting the day, I want to check how's my chi flow today because I have these plans. So I want to God to like, let me know the chi flow of the day, right? So the God check me up, and let's say I use the Yaking, and I got six line of the Yum Yang. Okay, so today I got like a Yang Yum. Okay, positive, positive, negative, and then negative, negative, positive. Okay, so the sixth line shows me that before I start the day, like right now, okay, I have good D1 and D6. Upon checking, it means that now the God is trying to tell me, right now my physical condition is not really good, but the inner side is okay. So I can think and plan, no problem. When I start the day and go out, my my mental and the heart is not doing well, but the physical is good. So the God combined together is saying, okay, now you should, like the first, like now, right? You should do more planning, and then when you're going out, you should just act and not change any plan. Okay, based on that, I have two thing in my mind already, right? So before I go out, I do all my planning. When I go out, I just execute all the planning. That will be the vibe of the day. Okay, so when I'm acting, right, when I'm actually doing it, okay, how should I go about it? I do another div for the five element. Let's say I get three numbers. So two, two, four. Okay. So I count the palm, right? Starting from gold. One, two, one, two, one, two, three, four. Gold element. Okay. So the action that I'm taking is related to gold element, which is like not moving. So what does it mean? Well, upon like feeling what the God is trying to say, right? The God is like, you got to be more still or working on the local. Okay. So today I'm not going out to do stuff. I'm staying where I am and I'm acting. So all the planning is about like doing stuff locally instead of like doing stuff outside. Okay, do a div and see if the God like this, like what I'm saying. Is it what he mean? If yes, then I have a plan already. TG number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
TNet number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Um, yeah, so the main method that's being used here to do the elements div is the finger, the locations on the fingers. I'm gonna have to look at your picture so that I can. I was following it for half of what you were saying, and then I lost track um, about where it goes in the middle, and yeah. um, but yeah, I was looking at my palm while you were talking about it before, but I've already kind of lost it. Um, yeah, I'll have to just look at what you've been showing us online. TNet number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
No worry, you're not feeling well. It's fine. Not a good day to learn so much. Okay, just stick around and absorb. The palm picture tells you how to walk the palm, but like I say, if I want to, I can just use another method to get my five element answer. For example, you roll a dice. So 1 to 5 is like gold, water, wood, fire, earth, right? And number 6 might be like roll again, right? So I can set my own rule and get the five element that way as well. Okay, going back up to T number 4, Lima Echo India.
Team get number 4, Lima Echo India. Yeah, what I got from this one is dang, it's so echoing. Yeah, so when we did, we shouldn't be like not think much, but kind of try to get what the God is saying. Uh, but on normal days, like you kind of like look at the theory and you think about what could it mean. And yeah, hold on, let me fix. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. On normal days, we should like get the concept right and think about what could mean this and that. But what I got is when we actually do it, we shouldn't be thinking with the like Sajan said before, like use our soul energy to think. So that's like using ourself. Um, so it's literally like wait for the God to answer back. That's what the impression or I'm getting here is like it's kind of like an actual like it is an actual communication with the God. So you kind of wait for the God to give you ideas after that, and then you kind of try to see what the God is like. Keep asking, is it right? Is it right? Until you find the exact answer of what the God is telling you. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. Tenya, number 4, Lima Echo India.
Yes, just like if you're diving and you're like doing a div cup, right? So if you happen to throw out a yum negative, the god can also say good. No problem, your food can be used, right? So you're like, huh? But it's a yum. It doesn't matter. You look at the cup, and that is what the god is trying to tell you, right? It's like, yeah, yum. It's like all done already. So that means it's good. You can use it. But how do you know? Well, you ask, right? You look at the thing and you ask, what does the yum mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? And then the god will come back with answer. Uh, so they're like always, like even yum yang sing, right? The yum, you might say by default, it means something bad or no, right? But it can also mean good. So every answer, every possible outcome can mean everything and anything. So if you understand more about each of them and how they could mean other things, then when you listen to the God will be able to use those results to relay the message to you that they actually mean. So now you see why I say it is so foolish to just judge things based on the surface, which is the physical side, right? You have to look at what the God is actually saying. The more you're into the actual div, the more you have to understand that, mountain is not a mountain, water is not a water. It really depends on how the God wants to tell you something. They will use whatever you see to guide you to their true answers. Okay, so as long as you understand this, your div will be fine. And remember, like, you go to the kitchen and you ask your Yunsan about ideas. You don't think. You just go like, what to eat, what to eat, what to eat, until there is something coming. Okay, chicken. Okay, this. Okay, this. Now, okay, I have 3 ideas. What are we doing tonight? Let me choose one. Okay, is this good? It's like that. Very fast. Div should be very fast. Like you look at it and immediately you should have an answer. If you go like, that means the div is failed already. Like for real div, okay? If I'm teaching, okay, I am thinking as I go because I'm teaching you, right? So I will have to like explain every line and then like, okay, so it means this line means this, that line means that. And I'm like trying to elaborate everything to teach you. But when I am actually diving, it's like you pop the 6 line out, I look at it, and within like 1 second, I know what the meaning is already. Because it's so fast that God just like bring your attention to that line, and you immediately know the message. And then you do a div cup or whatever to check yum or yang, right? Good or no. Then you're good. So actual div it's not like something you can use a computer to do because the god don't talk to the computer. There you go. Tier number 2, Gulf Echo India.
Team number 2, Gulf Echo India. Yeah, really cool topic. Um, it does seem like it's probably easiest when you're first starting out to be looking at um, just the surface of things, but I can see how it would be easy to pretty quickly outgrow that. You need to actually um, be having an active conversation with your God about what's going on, about what they actually mean. There's so much more information that it seems like can be had from actually talking to them. Um, and it's also probably just, a lot better for your relationship with your God if you're uh, in a habit of having actual conversations instead of just, you know, treating them like a magic 8 ball, shake, shake, shake. What's the answer? Um, so yeah, I'm really curious to keep learning about this and keep expanding my knowledge and deepening my ability um, to interpret the surface of these conversations, yes, but to just keep having the interactions and deepen my connection and my ability to listen. Because it seems like more than anything, once you get to a certain point where you're sort of past looking at the surface of things, giving is more of an opportunity to talk to your gods. Um, and at the beginning, get answers that you've learned to interpret, uh, but then, n- you know, probably sooner than later, you can just hear them. And it's just sort of an opportunity to do so. So that's really cool to me. Tinyat number 2, Golf Echo India.
Yes, it is super cool when you kind of master the concept of the basic elements, like five element, bagua, and all that. Um, for example, I'm trying to figure out what is going on with someone, like what's wrong with someone, right? So I fly the god over and I just like bring the god back, and I got the bagua. So I'm just using one uh, set, not two set. Okay, so I come up with three strokes. We have a negative, positive, and negative. So immediately you might think, oh, negative is the thing that have problems. So it's like D1, D8 have problem. No, at that moment, my God is like drawing my attention to the middle line, right? So I'm like, okay, shit. The problem is actually active, right, in D6. And I roll the dice. I say 1 to 5 is the five element, and 6 would be to reset. Okay, roll again, right? So I got a 2. Okay, so the problem is in D6 with this guy, his mental side. And 2 means slow, uh, something coming down, things like that, right? Downward moving. So D6 and down. Okay, I immediately got depression. So the guy is feeling depressed, and so I asked again, like, okay, so it's himself feeling down and depressed. But is there any yi crab involved? And I can use a yum yang sing, and the guy will be like, okay, it's not related to that, it's related to the other thing, right? Then I will know based on that. So you can also, now this is something that I have not been able to bring up yet, but there's this divination tool that we use, which is the Chinese chess. Okay, the Chinese chess, there are five main pieces that will relate to the five element. Okay, so we have based on Google, there's this um, uh, let's see. Okay, gold element, right? We have this guy they call advisor. Okay, it's called a C advisor. And then we have the car or the rook, which is the wood, so the water element because it just travel one line. And then we have the horse, because horse build up speed, right? So that's the wood. And we have the cannon, which is the fire. And then we have the elephant, because elephant walk in the farm, so walk in the land, so that is like the earth. Okay, so we have two pieces of each. And then we have the soldiers, right? The soldier, the bing or the troops. Those are like soldiers are out there to absorb the fire. So they are like the receiving or receiver, right? And then you have the general. The general is like proactive. So you act to the outside or you receive from the outside. Now, if we kind of use this set of tool to give, right, I can get more information about the situation. For example, I got like a horse, right? And it's like a red horse instead of a black horse. So red would be a yang. So it's a positive horse. So a positive wood means like it's a good kind of wood. And if I combine this and I see like a soldier combined with the horse, what does it mean? It means that you have this positive wood coming to you because you're receiving it. So maybe someone out there that is very motivational coming to you. You see? So with this set of tool, we have another very sophisticated set of divination tool that can tell us what we are encountering or what we will be doing to the other side. And it relates to the yum yang, the five element, and also receiving or proactive. So yeah, it gets really, really fun. Tia number 2, Delta November Golf.
Kenya number 2, Delta November Golf. Yeah, Chajuan. So it's all about when you wanna asking the question is to important is the luck and the flow and the chi, the flow, and then connecting to the five element, and then it's also connecting to the D1, D6, and D8, and yeah. I think am I gonna try tomorrow and wanna buy the plan, so I'm still not buying it. Yeah, that's why because it told me to asking God earlier. So yeah, I just actually I'm just checking earlier which one is a good plan. So am I gonna run down the list what plan that I wanna buy? I got two plan, I wanna buy. So yeah, am I gonna using the div to try for tomorrow? Ticket number 2, Delta November Golf.
You know what thing? For the COC attack, you can also div about your strategy. Think about it. If we're using five element to describe the strategy for attack, right? So let's say the god tell you gold element, right? So gold element is like not moving, right? The flow is not moving. So I will go with something that is very stable, something that I used to do, like it's fail proof maybe. And then, well, if it's water element, I will go with something very slow. Like those people who like to slowly dissect the base, right? So I hit here first, and then I funnel here, and I kill the thing, and I slowly go into very slow, right? If it's like wood element, it's like a developing stage that goes like, you progressively go into. So like I'll go in with a wave of this, and then a wave of that, and then a wave of this, kind of like the giant, and then you have the wizard, and then the golem, like that, right? Like that kind of progressive style. And if it's like fire, I would be like, oh, I just dump everything in. It's fine, you know. And then if it's earth element, which is more about like inward, then I'll be like, I'll be very conservative. I'll look at the base more before I attack. Right? There's so many tips that the god can give you based on five elements. Opinion number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Team number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Yes, I'm just absorbing what you're saying, as you said I should do. Yeah, no real comment at the moment. Team number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
No problem. Maybe starting tomorrow, in the COC, for those who are attacking, you can also do a div. Maybe use a dice or a card or something to get the number, and then count three number and count the 5 element, and then see how you should go about your attack for war. Even not for the war, you can do it for practice, and you kind of know, like, okay, should I go fast, slow, and things like that. There's like so many ways to practice. Every day when we are about to do something, right? Remember, before you take action, you always check the chi, right? You know how the chi is. Is the chi not moving? Is the chi going slow, fast, right? Is it building up? Is it energizing, right? You know the chi, then you know how to do your work. Let me give you one more example before we end the net. For example, now I'm going to be the net controller. Okay, so I want to know how I should be doing the net. So before I start the net, I kind of roll my dice or whatever to get the element. And the gods say, the chi flow today is earth. Okay, earth is like the chi is going into inward toward me, right? It's going toward me. So it's a good day to like ask people question. So yeah, because the whole like the air is blowing back to my way, right? Blowing back to me. So I have to like utilize that. Then I will like ask everyone to give input, ask people to say more things, and it's a good time for me to get feedback, like that. But if it's like a gold element, then the chi is not moving. So everyone might be kind of bored. What I will do is, well, I will stir up the chi, right? So I will try to like stir it up, make everyone move because I know everyone's kind of not moving, kind of tanky. So what do? Well, I will kill, I will like kind of deplete the gold chi. So everyone is not so stagnant. In order to deplete, you need to give something for the gold to kill, right? Gold killed the wood. So if I become the wood, the gold can like utilize the gold chi to kill me, right? So the chi is less stuck and stagnant, then everyone feels better. Okay, so how do I do it? I talk fast. I talk like, oh, very energetic, very motivation, and try to pump everyone up, like that. That way, the gold chi is being like reduced by my chi, and everyone feels less bored like that. There you go. So this is the end of the net. It is already OT 5:46. So we'll see you on the other net or back online. 73 to all. This is team net number 9. Yankee Uniform Echo will be clear, clear, clear.
Team Jet number 4, Lima Echo India, clear.
Vignette number 2, Golf Echo India, clear.
Team number 2, Delta November Golf, clear.